College football kicked off this week, marking a new busy season for the Falcons scouting staff as they spread out across the country to evaluate 2022's draft prospects. Our Kelly Price has more on that critical team behind the team.
People think that the draft process begins like in April, like we're just now gathering information to draft well, but it really begins like in the summertime.
Well, just like football season really kicks off before the Falcons hit the regular season, their personnel staff is busy at work long before draft day in April. Their evaluation process really picks up in the summertime, watching film of draft-eligible players. When the season kicks off and they start crisscrossing the country for in-person evaluations, the Falcons scouts hope the tape matches what they see in person.
So when you go into that school, if you like to play, you're like, please be that same player I thought you were in the summertime. So that's kind of how the whole process works out. And then the coaches get involved with that. And then that whole machine of the draft process goes.
Kind of have an idea going into the fall, knowing that, hey, we know this guy can play, this guy's here, this is how we see this guy. It's always those guys that didn't play the previous year that this is their first time playing. So it's like, okay, well, I didn't see this guy in the summer or in the spring because this is his first year. And so, yeah, all right, this guy now becomes a guy for you. But usually if the guy's played that previous year, we kind of have an idea who he is. It's more that player that didn't play and we didn't have tape on, so now you're seeing it for the first time, you're like, okay, yeah, this kid can play.
Oh no, that happens a lot. You might, the biggest thing you have to go, when you go to a school, you just can't be biased. Like, hey, I think these guys at this certain school are good, but then there's certain guys that at the bottom of the list, you're like, wait a minute now, let me get them to do justice, and they surprise you. We've had a lot of like guys at UDFAs, like who have made teams and like late round picks who become really good players. So to me, it's like go in there with like everybody, I go in there with a blank slate. I think everybody is a first round pick until they prove me otherwise.
And the road life for scouts is not for the faint of heart.
Say Monday we go to Alabama, you go to a state, so University of Alabama Monday, you go in there in the morning, you get all the background information on all the players, all the prospects. You go from there talking to coaches, talking to academic staff, talking to strength coaches, everybody that's ever had any contact with the kid. Try to find out as much as you can, then you get in the tape room and you grind out the tape. From there you leave there and you go to the practice and you see the live look at the kid moving around, making sure the athlete matches up with the tape. And then you're on to the next school. You get in the car and you drive to, whether you're crossing state lines or you go into another state from Alabama to UAB, get in the hotel, crush out your reports, get up the next morning, do it again at a different place.
It's not all fun and games. Everybody thinks you just roll out, get some gear and hang out and watch some video and chat around, and there's certainly a really cool camaraderie aspect to this department and what we do, but I think the reality is it's an 11-month job and it's a lot of long hours and it's a lot of non-fun typing.
And for Sabo and the pro side of the personnel staff, the regular season is just the start as they create their own draft board tracking guys across the league that are ascending, descending, and could be cut loose elsewhere but fit in Atlanta, a process that just got started as teams cut their rosters to 53 men on Tuesday. In Flowery Branch, Kelly Price for the Dirty Bird Report.